So, as you know, school doesn't exist anymore, and as a way for my parents to cope with that, they've given me a book report to do. Now, I'm not much of a reader myself, so like most non-readers doing book reports, I chose Harry Potter. Unfortunately, I don't know where to find the first one, so I'm doing the second one. Harry Potter is, if you somehow didn't already know, a very popular franchise that most of us likely read when we were 10 or 12. Now, sure, J.K. Rowling is going on Twitter and saying everyone's either black, disabled, or in the LGBTQA plus whatever else group. Besides that, I still think it holds up pretty well today. Anyways, this book report is going to be split into 3 different sections: info, summary, and opinions. Info is going to be the general information about the book and its history. Summary is going to be a, summed up version of the story, without any spoilers, I suppose. And opinions is going to be what I think about it, and I might ask some locals about the book as well. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets was released in 1998, and its movie was released in 2002. It was written by J.K. Rowling and published by Bloomsbury. It was immediately a bestseller in the UK, where it was originally released in 1998, and quickly came to the US in 1999 after its success. The book was luckily good enough to be considered just as good as the first book, meaning it was pretty safe to start a franchise, which we all know was pretty successful. Now sure, while this book is a pretty great book, it's actually the least profiting Harry Potter installment. It's right underneath Goblet of Fire. It's time to summarize the book. Alright. The book starts off with our good old protagonist, Harry Potter, stuck with the Dursleys for summer. He obviously hates these guys because they abuse him a bunch, which, isn't quite fun. And then one day, Ron shows up and he's like, "Come on, friend, let's ditch this joint, home slice." And so they ditch that joint, and they kind of use an illegal flying car. They get to Ron's house, and, his mom's really mad that he took the flying car. They have breakfast, they kill a bunch of garden gnomes, good times, and then they go shopping for their stuff that they need. They encounter Lucius Malfoy, and he's all mad at Ron's dad. Later, once they finish shopping, they decide it's time to go, and they have to take the car there because they can't get in the passage. Oh no! This is unfortunate. Oh well, they take the illegal flying car again, and they crash it in a whomping willow, which is this tree that punches stuff, which I think is pretty cool. Now, there's quite a predicament going on in the school of Hogwarts. As of late, people are getting attacked in the corridors, and they're threatening messages being written on the walls in blood. Some cat was petrified. People are getting sent to the hospital or the medical wing for attacks, a lot. And it's revealed, apparently the next heir of Slytherin is appearing, and apparently that's a big spooky man, and they're gonna kill a lot of people. This is, of course, not that cool. So they find out they need to go into the Chamber of Secrets and fix this up, dispose of this baddie. Unfortunately, a lot of what happens in the Chamber of Secrets contains major spoilers, so I'll sum it up with: there's a big snake, and they beat the bad guys. There you go. Now, it's time for my opinion. Personally, I really liked the book. It was a good read. I didn't really detect any moments where I was kind of just droning on, waiting for it to get good. All of it was pretty much equally good, which I really like. Consistency, I think, is really important in books, because otherwise you can lose attention really fast. The story was solid. I think it was, in fact, just as good as the first one. And that's all I really have to say. So, how about we go interview some others?
Person. Oh, hey, Tyler.
Hey, friends.
Wanna play Minecraft with us?
What's your guys' opinions on
No,
Harry
no,
Potter
no,
and the
no.
Chamber of Secrets?
Bro, I
I've
love
never
that
read Harry
one.
Potter.
It's
That's
so
actually
good.
a good one. Yeah.
Great to
I've-
hear.
I've never read Harry Potter.
You never read Harry Potter?
No.
Oh.
Ooh.